Are we recording, Kim?
We are recording.
Okay.
We are ready to vote. Special meeting of the Greenwich Township Committee, July 2nd, 2015. Members present, Felice.
Yes.
Torriello.
Yes.
Colari.
Yes.
Adams.
Yes.
Miliani is absent. Adequate notice of this meeting was given in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act by mailing a schedule of the Township Committee to the Express Times and North Star Ledger newspaper, posting a copy on the Township Bulletin Board, and filing a copy with the Township Clerk. All rise for the flag salute.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's the way it's advertised. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to go in order here of the agenda. We have a second reading of Ordinance 2015-04. It's an, we're going to have public hearing on this, right?
Yes,
Okay,
open, close, and adopt.
Yep. So by title, I'll read off the ordinance. Ordinance amending Chapter 3, subsection 3-4, property maintenance of the Township Code regarding the care, maintenance, security, and upkeep of vacant and/or abandoned properties. Can I have a motion to open a public hearing for Ordinance 2015-04?
I'll make the motion. Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Felice.
No, wait a minute. What do you want?
It's to open.
It's to open.
Yes, so it's a motion to open.
Yeah.
Okay, Felice.
Yes.
Torriello.
Yes.
Colari.
Yes.
Adams.
Yes. I've been away for a little while. Was there a technical glitch with that one? Okay. So the floor is open for a public hearing on an ordinance which is creating the property maintenance ordinance for the code regarding the care, maintenance, security, and upkeep of vacant and/or abandoned properties. If anybody wants to speak, come up to the podium.
Should I speak?
If you want to come up to the podium, please. Oh, okay.
Good evening, Mike Sharon. I'm living at 219 Arbor Drive, next door to one of the properties, 221, which has been a focal point of ours for a year and a half. Mr. Torriello has been very involved with me since the beginning of that. He has been very responsive to understanding the needs of the neighbors in that neighborhood. And if anyone has taken the time to drive down the street and see what a lovely property it is, you can tell that there's a high level of frustration within the neighborhood. First of all, when it first transpired, the activities, it was security. It was, and without rehashing all the history that goes with it, but since then, the abandonment and the lack of care of the property has definitely had an impact on quality of life for those of us who have to look at it, unfortunately those who have to look next to it. So Mr. Torriello has, again, been very responsive and informed me of, along the way, questioned whether I was a PIPA at the time, but as I said, the squeaky wheel was the oil, and I said, Joe, I think I'm really that squeaky wheel.
Not at all.
So, it's just that it's an unfortunate situation. I know that's not the only property that we're dealing with. There's more out there, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Having lived next to it, it's not a lot of fun, especially when we're in the process of potentially putting the house up for sale, and I have a realtor say, you're never going to sell it. So I'm really looking forward to having the township step up, as Joe has indicated they would. I have taken a number of calls to Housing Source, who is the company that Auckland has outsourced it to, and they keep giving me wonderful messages and no action. So I'm very happy to hear about what the plans are to adopt the ordinance so that we can get back to living the life that we should be living in this neighborhood for the reasons why we need to in the first place. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments. Anybody else? If not, motion to close public hearing on ordinance 2015-04.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion to adopt ordinance 2015-04.
Motion. Second.
Motion second. Discussion?
Yeah, my only thing is, we need to hire somebody to administer this thing, to make sure that we go after these places, and how are we on that? Are we going to start looking for someone to,
I believe we have, part of our buildings and grounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So this is in the, in restructuring some of the positions within the township. We have identified a position that has not yet been created, but the management of this effort will be under that position. So at least we'll have a better, a firmer control on understanding the list of properties that are out there that are either abandoned or foreclosed, and the actions, and be able to at least track from our end the progress on getting these properties resolved.
The ordinance passed the township administrator with maintaining track. So,
oh, okay, all right,
so yes, so
Okay.
we're good.
all right, fine.
Any other discussion?
No.
Questions? Roll call?
Bailey's?
Yes.
Cordero?
Yes.
Laurie?
Yes.
Adams?
Yes. I am hearing feedback.
You really?
Is there, like, I hear another voice coming at me.
It's inside your head.
It could be. All right, ordinance 2015-05. So can I have a motion to open for public hearing, public hearing on ordinance 2015-05, an ordinance regarding the creation of the position of the police department, police director for the Township of Greenwich Police Department.
Motion. Second.
Roll call.
Bailey's?
Yes.
Cordero?
Yes.
Laurie?
Yes.
Adams?
Yes. Okay, so this is the second reading of the ordinance creating the police director position. The floor is open to the public for any comments. If there's any comments, please come up to the microphone.
Paul Bean, 417 North Main Street. My comment is, I feel this is a bad direction to have an administrative position with no police powers whatsoever. It's basically creating an office job that this community is just entirely too small to withstand, and I feel that his salary is going to end up costing us officers on the street.
Thank you. Any others?
Kevin Bean, 102 Foxton Road. One of my issues is that the person that we're looking to appoint would live within 50 miles of this area. I think that's absurd. If we can't find a qualified person within 10 to 15 miles, that's a joke. That's an weeks of you're looking for somebody that you know. That's all.
Thank you. Any other comments?
My name is Joseph Kelly, 1117 Monroe Drive. I've been in law enforcement for 29 years, and I've seen police director / police chief excused before. The police director, in my experience, undermines what the township wants to do. By law, they are not allowed to direct the operations of the police department. They are limited in capacity in what they can do. And as has been previously stated, just 11 police officers in this town. Having a chief, a deputy chief, and a director, it's just ridiculous. It's not a proper expenditure of money. What we should be spending money on is putting more police officers on the street. I moved into this town 8 years ago. My son was 10 years old. Within 3 days, he was stopped by the police and given a coupon to read it for wearing his bicycle helmet. Each and every public event I go to in this town, the Greenwich Township Police are present. and engaged with me and my family. The people I do not see at those events are the four of you up there. I've never met any of them. This is a good police department, it's down morale now. It's not at the point where it can't be recovered, but if we continue down this path of constant influx, replacing people, going after people. I was at the hearing for Chief Hummer. I'm not a friend of Chief Hummer's. I just met him recently. And I heard no evidence there that should have resulted in any type of conviction against him. I think we should pause and really do some internal thinking before we make a decision of this nature. Thank you.
Any other comments?
Big Firm 104 Birch Lane. So, we fired the police secretary who takes in, handles all of the administrative stuff in the police department. We go after the chief and the lieutenant on trumped up charges. You got the opinion you paid for, which said fire him, but you haven't. So obviously you understand that it won't stand up to appeal. So now we're going to add yet another salary for a police director. And I second what I heard. Within 50 miles, you've got somebody in mind, don't you? Is it somebody else's neighbor? Is it your neighbor, Joe? Some other neighbor of yours? This is ridiculous. Why spend money on another salary for a civilian? If you've got that money in the budget, go hire another cop. Because when you have a heart attack at home at 1 o'clock in the morning, who's going to respond? I'll tell you who will respond, the police force. They will be the first ones there. They'll be carrying the defibrillator in the trunk. And you need them. We need them. We don't need a civilian police director. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It's a waste of money. And the only reason you're doing it, so you can have somebody under your thumb. Sorry, guys, this makes no sense whatsoever, and it stinks. It stinks to high heaven of patronage. More patronage. Another Joe Torriello neighbor working for the township. I think you should vote this down.
Any other comments, please?
At the May 21st meeting, Joe, you stated 7 times that the committee has not been given an explanation from the prosecutor regarding his monitoring activities and accused him of trampling on our rights to protect ourselves. You further stated that as elected officials, you are accountable to the residents and they are paying for that police department. It is yours. We work for you. This is now the 3rd special meeting since May 21st. At the first 2, which were specifically to discuss Chief Hummer, you refused to have a public discussion, answer questions, offer explanations, and in fact table the second without an explanation. So let's break this down. As you admitted, all of you work for the taxpayers. You are the highest paid committee in the county, if not the state. Your salaries alone exceed $20,000. You have cost the taxpayers hundreds of dollars in advertising special meetings to persecute one employee or another. You bought and paid $15,000 for someone's opinion of the police department. You paid thousands of dollars to another attorney to give you what you wanted, a condemnation of the chief. You appoint a deputy chief and give him a hefty raise of $11,000, and now you're hiring a public safety director. At what cost to the taxpayers? To sum it up, the taxpayers that all of you admittedly work for have paid handsomely for the right to have you destroy the police department they are paying for, without explanations and answers to the numerous questions that you have steadfastly failed and refused to answer because of your personal vendetta. And you accuse the prosecutor of trampling your rights to protect yourselves. On top of that, Joe, you have the audacity to tell people not to have an open mind. On the other hand, you have a room full of taxpayers who collectively contribute hundreds of thousands of dollars to the Greenwich coffers. Many of these residents have given first-hand accounts from having worked with Chief Hummer in the field and can testify under oath without perjuring themselves as to his veracity, professionalism, and dedication, but you didn't listen. Their cost to the taxpayers? Zero. The value of their knowledge? Priceless. So I ask, while you cry you don't have any explanation from the prosecutor's office, where is it any different from what you've been doing for the past year and a half? Not giving the taxpayers answers or explanations. And why should the taxpayers believe anything you say when you buy opinions and then tell them not to have an open mind? Our late President Kennedy said, "Let us not seek to fix the blame for the past. Let us accept our own responsibility for the future."
Any other comments?
Gary Hill, 529 North Main Street, Sewage. I didn't come tonight prepared to speak as I normally do, but it just dawned on me, looking at the Township's mission statement, that the Township Committee took the time to write, and that you felt so proud to write and put on our website. We are the local municipal political subdivision granted authority through the New Jersey legislature responsible for the fair and just governance of its citizens. That requires the responsible expenditure of every dollar. We are committed to providing full transparency in each and every undertaking to earn the trust and confidence of the informed citizens. Where has been the transparency? You haven't been able to provide the township residents with anything. The report that was promised in June from the gentleman that we hired to do the investigation of the police department that you promised would be out, we haven't heard anything from them. Additional statements. Our statement of core values. Required to accomplish our mission are 4 paramount values representing the core of what we stand for as a local body policy. Integrity, transparency, fiscal responsibility, quality service. Quality service, we have nothing but services removed from the township residents. Every few months, another office is disappearing from the township building. Fiscal responsibility, while you say there hasn't been any tax increases, when you take away the services, that makes up for it. The transparency, again, where is it? We don't get to see anything. And without the other 3, you've lost the integrity completely. So look back at your own mission statement and see, is this the right thing to do? It's not. Thank you.
Any other comments? Motion to close public hearing on ordinance 2015-05.
Motion. Second.
Motion to adopt ordinance...
Roll call. All in favor?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Aye.
Aye.
All right. So,
Motion to adopt ordinance 2015, an ordinance regarding the creation of the position of police director for the Township of Greenwich Township Police Department.
I'll make the motion. Second.
Discussion.
Yes.
I just want to, before anybody responds, just to remind the committee members of the litigation that is currently underway and to curb their comments accordingly.
Okay. All right. I'm going to vote for this ordinance.
I'm going to have you removed from the meeting. There's no discussion from the audience. First warning. Second one, you're going to go. Go ahead, Angela.
I'm going to vote for this ordinance, in spite of the fact that initially I was against doing this police director position. I'm doing it because, as a township, I believe we have no other choice. We've been put in this position because of political forces have really forced us to do this. I think we have Chief Hummer is a good man. He's a good police officer. I think he's done an excellent job as sergeant. I would highly recommend him in anything he does as a police officer, but he's been a tool between political forces, and
What political forces
Mr. Burns,
listen,
I'm going to ask you to, I'm going
I'm
to
not
ask
gonna
you to
answer any
leave.
questions.
And Angelo, I think you're getting very close to the line of, I appreciate your comments, but
all I'm
let's not
saying
extend
is
the
that
accusations.
all I'm saying is that we really have no choice. We need to. My main concern is to have this police department working effectively. What we need is for someone to administer it, not police it, administer it. And what this person is going to do is administer, okay, and have the police police it, okay, and that's what this person's going to do. Maybe at some time in the future we may change it. That's up to future councils, but at this point in time, this is what we need, okay? There's no saying we can't change it in the future. And at some point, we may decide to do that. But this is what we need right now. And I think when, in future meetings, you may find out there's a lot of facts that we haven't disclosed yet. You're going to hear the report, you're going to hear a lot of things, and things will become clear. And basically, that's all I have to say.
Any other discussion?
Nope.
Roll call.
Bailey's?
Yes.
Torriello?
Yes.
Valari?
Yes.
Adams?
Yes. ADP scanner
Good
update.
job, guys.
Really listen to the residents.
ADP scanner update, we will table to the next meeting as the CFO is not here today. Motion to open the meeting for public comment.
Motion.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Public comment is open, limited to 3 minutes. If you have any comments, please come up, speak to the microphone.
Richard Hummer, Police Chief, Greenwich Township Police Department. I just want to make another thank you to the everybody from the fire department, here from the fire department and the emergency squad for helping out with the Roy North 5K that recently happened. It was great help again. The organization is coming together with the police department is a immeasurable help. Again, like I said last time, without them it's difficult, and I'm just very fortunate that we have some of the best squad members and fire department members that we can work collectively as a unit. So Gary and Paul and Chuck, you can just let your members know how much it means to me and the police department to help out. Tanya, the fire chief's out in the hallway, but if you can relay that to him as well. Thank you very much for all that you do.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you to the other members who do help out on these 5K runs.
Jenny Hill, 529 North Main Street. I would just like to know, as a taxpayer, why can none of us taxpayers get any answers? We come up here, we stand, we ask questions, and we can just never get answers. Why? Will we ever get an answer?
Don't answer. Public. I want to explain.
It's not fair. We pay our taxes in this town. We should have the right to know answers. And also, there's 4 or 5 of you. There's our population in this town is a lot. So, what is the purpose of paying our taxes also when we can never get an answer from them? And I don't think sometimes it's fair that you also don't listen to the taxpayers on what we have to say. We also have a lot of good ideas. That's all.
Thank you. Any other comments? Motion to close.
Motion.
Public comment. Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. At this point in time, I need a motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel matters, office staffing, contract negotiations for open space and farmland preservation.
Motion. Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Bailey's?
Yes.
Torriello?
Yes.
Laurie?
Yes.
Adams?
Yes. Okay. At this point, we're probably going to be 15, 20 minutes. And we're still recording. Turn it off.
Yes, I'm turning it off.
To go.
Okay, so we're recording. Let me open the doors.
Not too bad. Not too shabby. We are recording. Can I read?
Yeah. Yep.
We can almost, we can go public on that.
Yes, correct.
That's fantastic. I'm just going to read the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's a motion to come out of executive and open the meeting.
I'll make a motion for now. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Back from executive session. Need a motion to adopt Resolution 15-58, resolution of Township of Greenwich, County of Warren, State of New Jersey, acknowledging its commitment of $496,800 towards the purchase of for those folks involved. Roll call.
Okay, Bailey's?
Yes.
Torriello?
Yes.
Laurie?
Yes.
Adams?
Yes. I need a motion to advertise for the position of police director.
I'll make the motion. Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Bailey's?
Yes.
Torriello?
Yes.
Laurie?
Yes.
Adams?
Yes. And I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much.
You